Jacqueline refuses Cosmetologist ad, saying her body is natural. Mehr gives marriage with Arjun another shot. Aamir beefs up security for his little man Azad. It's a Monday and we want to make it special for you guys. So hey, and welcome to 9XC.com the show. I'm Caitlin and we have all the latest goss from Tinseltown lined up for this special episode.
I'm hot, you're not, I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar. 9XC.
Jacqueline Fernandez sweats it out for that perfectly delectable body of hers. From Pilates to a strict gym routine and a controlled diet, she's worked hard to get that drool-worthy shape. So imagine her exasperation when a cosmetologist who owns a chain of swanky clinics in Mumbai decided to make her an offer to endorse his brand. Never one to promote unnatural enhancements and surgeries to alter one's looks, Jackie flew into a rage. All hell broke loose, and first in the line of fire was her team. The team was gung-ho and expected a pat on the back for bringing the endorsement deal to Jackie, and boy did they get a solid pat on the back. There was a big showdown. She gave them a piece of her mind and taught them a lesson that they are not likely to forget anytime soon. When her team tried to argue, she thundered, "How dare you get me such offers? My body is natural and proportionate as well. Can't you guys filter at your end?" As for the cosmetologist, he's now looking for another actress to endorse his brand. Seems this Dr. Saab tried to piggyback on Salman's Kick co-star, but now for his sake, we hope he chooses well this time. In other news, some people seem to be making the headlines for choosing just right. She can walk English, she can talk English, because English is a very funny language. Well, the lady in question is the English-Finglish director Gauri Shinde, and her second movie, Walk and Talk, she's managed an all-star lineup. Alia Bhatt was shortlisted as the female lead for the film a while ago. And since we at 9XC.com the show aim to please, it's time to give you a happy rush of hormones with this piece of news. Drum rolls, please. Disclosing the male lead, ladies and gentlemen, it's none other than the dream merchant of Bollywood, Shah Rukh Khan. The announcement was made soon after Karan Johar stepped on board as the film's producer. Karan took to Twitter with the news that Shah Rukh and Alia would top-line the cast of Walk and Talk. Red Chillies Entertainment, Dharma and Hope Productions are proud to present Gauri Shinde's next starring Shah Rukh Khan and Alia Bhatt. Karan's Dharma Productions and SRK's Red Chillies Entertainment have signed a 3-film deal. Walk and Talk is the first in line of movies to come from the combined might. Though in this case, Walk and Talk is also being backed by Gauri Shinde's Hope Productions. Coming back to this casting coup, Alia and SRK do make for a rather unusual pair, one that holds promise of bringing some mint-fresh moments to celluloid. But hang in there, from what we hear, there will be no romantic involvement between the two. Reportedly, there will be 2 other male stars apart from SRK in the movie, and one of those will get to romance Mahesh Bhatt's daughter. So we can't wait to bring you more juicy deets on the movie in our coming episodes. So while there are 3 men vying for Alia's attention in her upcoming movie, in real life she's happy with her one and only. Freedom at midnight means different things to different people. When you're Alia and Siddharth, it means the discretion to be together in the same place at the same time when the clock strikes 12. Alia Bhatt drove down to Karan Johar's office late at night, and guess what? Hot on his heels was boyfriend Siddharth Malhotra. Was this hush-hush meeting held to discuss their upcoming Dharma Productions film Kapoor & Sons and Walk and Talk? Or was something entirely different on the agenda? The two were spotted leaving the Dharma Productions office in Bandra with Kjo in tow at around 12:15 a.m. But they were in separate cars. Alia and Siddharth are still uncomfortable making a public appearance together, while on the other hand, Ranbir and Katrina seem to be living it up and painting the town red. They were snapped entering Aamir Khan's residence at midnight, and guess who joined them later? None other than Karan Johar, who seemed to have rushed straight to Aamir's after wrapping up his secret meeting with Alia and Sid. Ranbir's good friend Ayan Mukherjee was also there. Wow, that's so much hotness for one night, don't you guys think? And trust me, the hotness doesn't end here. Coming up next on the show, Mehr returns to the Rampal residence. She will give Arjun and marriage a second shot. Aamir Khan beefs up security for his 3-year-old Azad.
I'm a superstar. I'm a superstar.
Welcome back to 9XC.com, the show. So Miss Drop Dead Gorgeous met Mr. Greek God. They got married, had 2 lovely kids, and lived happily ever after. That's a little too much happy for one lifetime, don't you guys think? Especially jab kahani filmi ho. The Rampals were the happiest family in Tinseltown for 17 years. Their family pictures would have us swooning over the love and mush. And then there was trouble in paradise. Okay, no, let me correct that. Paradise was bombed to bits as ex-supermodel Mehr walked out on Bollywood star Arjun Rampal. Yup, romantics bled as she left the Rampal residence and started living in an apartment on her own. But it seems all's good in the hood now. Mehr is not only back home, but she's decided to give her marriage another shot. Well, some homecomings are rather sweet, and we can't wait for the mushy love story to continue again, or should we say the perfect Bollywood marriage part 2 to begin. And you know what? Unlike the other films, in this sequel the characters are still the same. But who is the villain of Mehr and Arjun's love story? Reportedly, it was Arjun's growing proximity to a superstar wife that irked Mehr. Things reached a crescendo when this superstar's marriage came tumbling down after his wife walked out.
There were news of you being out of the house, not living with Mehr.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you.
With her free of the Shadi Ka Bandhan, we can't really reveal what happened, but it was around the same time that Mehr walked out on Arjun. And like all good love stories, this hero's world came crashing down. Without Mehr by his side and his personal life in shambles, his professional life also nosedive. Matlab kahani aur filmi ho nahi sakti. The actor, once hot property in Bollywood, is now virtually jobless. For it was Meher's advice that saw Arjun make all the right moves in his acting career. Arjun became his own worst enemy, and his tumultuous personal life rubbed off on the professional front too. And while he already picked up a fight with his once best buddy Shah Rukh during the shoot of Rawan, things just went downhill from here. His relationship with Dharma that had already nosedived during the shoot of We Are Family was now in the pits. Arjun wasn't in any books for a large part of the film industry. It seems work dried up, and dried up almost totally. But then what's a love story without a happy ending? So Meher's back in his life and his house, and it remains to be seen if this will be good to last. Moving on from Papa Rampal to Papa Aamir. Aamir's little kiddo Azad has a security entourage of his own. Wow, did you guys know that? Azad might be all of 3, but Papa Khan ka manna hai ki unhe tight security ki zarurat hai. He wants to ensure that Azad doesn't run into any kind of trouble when he is outdoors. Reportedly, on most occasions that Aamir and Kiran's little one has stepped out in public, he has found himself in the midst of curious onlookers. That made Papa Aamir behad nakush, and he took the decision to beef up security for his little champ. You might argue that baby Rao Khan is way too young to have his own fleet of guards, but we do understand where Aamir is coming from. No parent wants to compromise on their kid's security, and Aamir is, well, being a parent. Apparently, not 1, not 2, not 3, but a handful of extra bodyguards have been added to the existing fleet to ensure that there's always someone to keep a keen eye on Azad. We, in the meanwhile, have been keeping a keen eye on every teeny detail doled out by Twinkle Khanna. You have to give it to Mrs. Funnybones. She sure knows how to keep everyone hooked. Remember the many times Akshay Kumar admitted to being a teetotaler in public? Well, in an oops moment, Twinkle let out how Akshay doles out a particularly funny Punjabi number when he's drunk. The operative part being when he is drunk. Don't believe us? See this for yourself.
He wears checkered pajama suits like a British gentleman. And
Really?
yeah, every night.
You wear checkered pajamas? I thought you were more shocked kind of thing.
No. And the very rare occasions that he does get drunk, he sings songs like Mainu Visa Dila De Dubai Da. I've never heard that song ever.
Twinkle committed this faux pas at the launch of her book Mrs. Funnybones. For all you know, Twinkle may just have been joking about it, but we did get you there, Aki, even if just for a fleeting moment. Heke kare, we say. Keeping up with this inebriated spirit, we present you with an extremely salacious and scandalous piece of news. Madhur Bhandarkar's cinema often stirs up the hornet's nest, though with his latest offering Calendar Girls, the controversy meter is going to go through the roof. We at 9XE.com The Show had told you that for his upcoming film, Madhur had based the character of debutante Satrupa Pen on a girl who was recently embroiled in an IPL controversy. We spent many sleepless nights wondering who this girl was, and we had to snoop around for those little details. And here they are. Satrupa's character in the film is based on Simran Sood, the girl involved in the twin murders of Delhi-based businessmen Karan Kakkad and Arun Tikku. These mysterious murders shook the nation in 2012, their probe opening a can of worms. Here is a quick refresher. Simran was an aspiring actress who acted in B-grade Hindi films like Anokha Anubhav and Smile Please. While her Bollywood career didn't take off, she would be a regular at page 3 parties. Simran also had close ties with IPL bookies and played a pivotal role in match fixing. She would often be spotted at various after-match parties hobnobbing with Andy Mitchell, who was the bowling coach of the Kolkata Knight Riders in 2009, and with fast bowler Doug Bollinger. Wow, all this sure makes for a mysterious and salacious plot. Madhur, you already have us hooked. Moving on, Arushi Talwar's unfortunate murder generated much curiosity in the media and had the entire nation hooked. Rahasya, the KK Menon and Tiska Chopra starrer based on the topic, released in January this year. Now, lyricist Gulzar's daughter Meghna Gulzar is all set with her cinematic take on the episode.
The script इतनी powerful थी और इतनी उसमें इतनी मजबूत इंटेग्रिटी थी, और फिर उसके बाद जब इस तरह के परफॉर्मर्स फिल्म में आते हैं, एक्टर्स इस तरह के जो खुद भी बहुत ही इतने सेंसिटिव होते हैं कि दे आर ऑल्सो ट्रेडिंग दैट वेरी थिन लाइन वेरी केयरफुली, सो everything then falls into place. So बाकी और कुछ हो ना हो, इस फिल्म की एक जो नीयत है जिसको कहते हैं वो सही है.
I chose this story because the emotions were so compelling, the story was so compelling, and this is the story of our times.
I found it very interesting as a performer. Because like we said, we have it's an investigative thriller. We have shown various aspects of this particular investigation.
इसमें 3 इन्वेस्टिगेशन बार-बार हम कह रहे हैं कि 3 इन्वेस्टिगेटिव पॉइंट ऑफ व्यूज हैं. पेरेंट्स की तरफ से नहीं, किसी और की तरफ से नहीं. जो हुआ है इन्वेस्टिगेशन में वो हमने वैसे का वैसा दिखाया.
The movie is set for an October 2nd release. 2 films and 1 book in the same year on an extremely sensitive topic that has already been discussed and debated across platforms. It's time to slow down a little, don't you think? And while we slip into a short breather, you stay tight because coming up on the other side is... Who are Ekta Kapoor's new best friends? What's troubling Anil Kapoor? Welcome back to 9XE.com The Show. So guess who's joint at the hip these days? It's TV Zarina Ekta Kapoor and TV stars Mona Singh and Divyanka Tripathi. So the 3 ladies seem to get along like a house on fire. They seem to squeeze in time for lunch, coffee, dinner dates, fun shopping trips to the malls and wild parties. That's some stiff competition to famous Bollywood girl gang comprising Kareena, Karishma, Amrita and Malaika. While Mona and Ekta have been thick friends since their TV outing Kya Hua Tera Wada, Ekta and Divyanka really hit it off during the shoot of Ye Hai Mohabbatein. Did you hear the rumor of Divyanka quitting the popular show? Well, she did indeed, but Ekta had a major role in making her stay put. Way to go, girls. Even as Anil Kapoor gets ready to unleash his new offering, Welcome Back, on the big screens, there's still some time before he can say welcome back to his loyal small screen fan base. The second season of 24 that was supposed to go on floors in May this year seems to have hit a roadblock. Looks like the team won't commence shooting before October after all. The reason being director Abhinay Dio's unavailability. Dio, who helmed the hugely popular season 1, is currently in Budapest on a shoot schedule for Force 2. Renzel de Silva, who also worked on the previous season as a screenwriter, has been roped in to slip into Dio's shoes. Reports have it that a weak script and dwindling finances are responsible to some extent for the delay in shooting. 24 Season 2 is expected to hit the tube in the first quarter of 2016, and until then, it's time to wait and watch. Okay guys, moving on, it's time to talk high fashion. So when we see stars all decked out, strutting down the red carpet or making appearances at events, we often wonder what's going through their minds. So we try to decipher their thoughts, and we're pretty sure it's accurate. Jacqueline Fernandez is all about high fashion. She doesn't really care if she can't walk in an outfit. If it's got drama, it's on her. Even if she may need help walking up the stairs. And when that happened, we bet this is what she was thinking. How many people does it take to help a Jacqueline up the stairs?
problem nahi hai.
Aishwarya Rai Bachchan killed it at Cannes this year. She rocked a whole bunch of glamorous looks, but the best among them was her Ralph and Russo gown. She looks every bit the diva in it, and our guess is that this is what was running through her mind as she posed on the red carpet. I'm sexy and I know it.
Show us what you got, girl. Show us what you got.
Deepika Padukone takes the fashion world by storm whenever she leaves her home. She covers her lean frame in figure-hugging dresses and gowns. And you know that she works hard to get a body that rocking. So when she had to eat a samosa, we bet she had some thoughts about it. They feed me and then expect me to rock this dress? Great. When it comes to style, Ranveer Singh's mantra is shock and awe, which he manages to do on most days. He'll mix things up, take a black suit, throw in some funky motifs, polka dots, and knock it. However, he might have taken things a little too far. At an event to award the best dressed men out there, he came in looking the exact opposite of best dressed. Maybe even he thought so. I do give a why would I try this hard otherwise? Alia Bhatt's had to deal with a lot of nonsense in the recent past, with many accusing her of not being the sharpest knife in the drawer. Thank God that's not happening anymore. But during an awards function, she didn't help matters by losing her balance. Oh my God. Oh crap. Oh crap. On a normal day, Nargis Fakhri's style is envious. She experiments and it does pay off. However, at an awards ceremony, she was highly unrecognizable. For a second there, we were like, is that Nicki Minaj? Even Nagra seemed to be going through an identity crisis, thinking, do they know it's me? Parineeti Chopra's style choices aren't always on point. She's got flack for wearing jeans, t-shirts, dresses, skirts. Basically, her fashion has been under fire. But when we saw her attending a wedding, we were like, she looks pretty cool. And then this happened. This is what must have been going through her head. No, heavily embellished dupatta, don't slip. Today is my day to be poised and elegant. Come on, work with me. And more on these cheeky thought bubbles later. But that's all we have for you for this episode of 9xe.com The Show, and I will see you on Wednesday at 7 p.m, same place. Check out our site 9xe.com for more Bollywood news. Follow us on Twitter at 9xe The Show, and visit our Facebook page at facebook.com/9xe. View our complete episodes on YouTube, download our apps for the Android and iOS to get everything Bollywood on the move. Ciao for now, guys.